Hi guys, and welcome to Crafting with Crystal. Today I'm going to show you how to make this very cute, amazing recipe box. It's a pocket recipe box, so these pockets are removable with personalized recipe cards, and it is so adorable. Let's make it. Hi guys, so let's get started with this recipe box. To start, we're going to create the box first. Then we're going to make the pockets, and then we're going to decorate everything. It's going to be so much fun, guys. Okay, so you're going to take one sheet of paper. I'm using a gorgeous rose gold. That's 11 by 8 1/4. So you're literally just cutting a 1/4 inch off 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper or letter sized paper. And you're going to score this at 2.5 on each side. So 2.5 inches score on every single side of the paper. So your paper should look like this. Now I'm going to fold and burnish on all my score lines. And now I'm going to do some cutting. So your paper looks like this. You're cutting this, 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 and this. So your paper should look like this. You're turning these up and sticking these down like this to create your box. We're going to put this aside, and I'm going to show you how to make the pocket for this box. So to make your pocket, you need a piece of paper that's 10 7/8 by 7.5. You're going to score on the 10 7/8 side at 2, 2.5, 8 3/8. So that's 8 and count 1, 2, 3 points on your scoreboard, and 8 7/8, which is just 1 notch lower than 9. Right? I'm going to turn, and you're going to score on the 7.5 side at 5 and 5.5. And that's it for your scoring. Now let's do some measuring, and then we're going to get to do some cutting. So we're going to measure 1/4 inch across here. From the first score line, we're measuring 1/4 inch and making a little mark. And we're doing the same thing on the other side. And then from this score line, or the score line at 5, you're measuring 2 inches up. So 2 inches, just like that. So put the 2 inches here, and then make the mark at here. So I'm going to bring in my paper cutter, and I'm lining up this mark here and this mark here on my paper cutter, and then I'm going to cut it, so like so, and then on the other side as well. And that's all you're going to cut. So your paper should look like this. Now I'm going to fold and burnish in all my score lines. Now let's do some cutting. I'm going to cut up on this line here, straight up on this score line to this score line. Then I'm going to cut straight up on this score line like that. Then I'm going to cut this way all the way across, and then on this one all the way to the second score line. Then we're going to just cut off a little piece here and make it so that it's easy to stick on by cutting off just a little bit of the paper like this. So that would make our box. So it should look like this. Let's cut the other side. Now we're going to stick everything together so that we make your pocket. Just put a little bit of glue here, turn this up, and stick this in line like this. Make sure these two line up at the edge here really well, and just hold it so it sticks down. Now we're doing the same thing for the other side. So I'm going to keep holding this while I just put some glue here. And then line up this one just like so. Keep pressing down. Now we're going to turn these in and do this. And this makes your pocket. So I'm going to put glue on these two pieces just like so. And I'm going to stick this down just like this. Right, so that's it. We made one pocket, and you're going to make 6 of these pockets. And you're doing it in 2 colors. Now let's do our test. So we have our, let's just see if they fit in. So I'm just going to grab 3, put it in, looks good. Grab 2 more and put it in, and you should be able to perfectly fit. Look at that, that's a perfect fit, just leaving enough space to put the back of your recipe box. All we have to do now is make it pretty. So let's get started with that. All your measurements are in the description box. If you look at the bottom of the video, there's a little downward arrow right to this corner. You click it, all the measurements for all my projects will always be there. So let's decorate this box. And we have mats and layers, or layer 1 and layer 2. So layer 1 is the layer that goes under, and then this is layer 2. That's what I mean when I say layer 1, layer 2. So layer 1 goes directly on the box, layer 2 then goes above that, and it's usually a designer paper to make it look pretty, right? So I'm going to take all of these layers and I'm going to stick them together, and then we're going to stick them to the actual box. So you're literally starting by just putting glue, and then you're taking this and layering it on it like this. And you're doing this for all of those. So all our layers are stuck. Now we're just going to put our layers on our box. Just going to put a whole bunch of glue. So your box should look like this, all pretty and designed well. Now let's make the back of your box. I have my paper cut already, coordinating design paper with this one. So we have our piece for the back. We're gonna stick this, should be the same size as this one. We're gonna stick it directly on. I almost forgot my ribbon to the top, so I'm going to cut that ribbon now. You're cutting a piece of ribbon that is 2.5 inches. So you're going to measure it up like this, and you're going to just cut it off like so. You're going to fold your ribbon and bring the ends together to seal it. You're going to add it about 3/4 inches in from the back of your paper. So 3/4 inches will be about right here. Now I can stick this down. All right. And now I'm just going to put a little bit of glue to stick down the ribbon itself to the paper. And that should be flush there and beautiful. Right, that is so pretty. Right, now we're going to round the edges of our paper like so, and fold this down, stick it in. Right, so you want it to look like this. And now we're going to stick this one on the front like this. So pretty. So we're going to put it up, mock it up to the back of our box like this, where it fits really well. And we're going to line it up. Then I'm going to pull it up a little bit and make a small mark so I know where to stop it in glue. Right, and then we're going to stick this to the inside of our box like so before we put our pockets in. Yeah, so I'm going to decide which one is the front of my box. I love this side. Oh my god, I love this side too. So we've decided that this is the back and this is the front of my box. So I'm just going to put glue. See the little mark I made? That's going to be hidden behind. I just wanted to make sure I know where to stop putting my glue. So I'm going to stick it in here like this. And then come up. Make sure it's stuck down. I'm going to push it down here. Now that we added something, I just want to make sure my pockets still fit well. My God, they fit even better now that this is in. See, it's perfect. The pockets are perfect. This is the back of a recipe box. Imagine that. So I designed this on the computer just on a piece of paper that matches one of my pockets, and I made it really small so that this 1 inch but 1.5 inch cutter could cut it out like this, and I can fold it and design it on the actual pockets. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm just going to cut these out. I'm going to show you how to cut out one, and then I'll cut the rest out. So I cut my piece of paper a little shorter so I can get it done. I'm going to cutting it to just the very end of the writing, and I'm going to put the other plates on top. And now I have one label, which is so cute, right? These dates and pastries. And I'm going to continue doing this. So order your however you want it, and then I'm going to fold these in half like so. So I've folded all of mine where the actual entire picture is showing. So you're going to stick all of these down. So the first one, which is breakfasts, I'm going to line it up like this, just at the end, and make sure I get the bar over it like this so that I know exactly where it's going to be stuck down. So I'm going to put some glue on this whole piece like this. Then I'm going to pick up my label, my pocket, and do it like so all the way to the end. Make sure it's stuck down. Then I'm going to take this one. So I'm going to put my glue. Then I'm going to make sure I note the 1 inch mark. And I'm going to stick it down here like so. Make sure it's 1 inch. Then I'm going to mark it up on this one to make sure it's the same height. So I got all my labels in. It's so amazing. To make your recipe cards, you have 3 layers for each card. You're going to stick this in the middle of this designer piece, which is matching the box. So to make everything match and look really nicely. Then you're going to stick this in the center of this one. And this is your recipe card. So I made a couple for my box. You're making a couple of these. I'm guessing that you can make 3 or 4 per. Look how cute that looks. So 3 or 4 per pocket. You just want to make as many as you can, and how much ever could fit into the pockets of your box, so it looks so beautiful. And let's just add. We're just going to add some buttons up here because it looks so cute. We're going to add 3 buttons. And we're going to eyeball this because it's just wherever you want to put your buttons, I guess. It worked out to be about 1/8 of an inch away from each other. And then I'm just going to add a ribbon around the entire box, and that's it. so much for joining me while we made this amazing recipe box. It is so cute. I looked high and low for a recipe box to put on my countertop because I have this big junky recipe box. Let me show you. When you're serious about cooking like me, this is your recipe box. But I wanted something like super cute to put on my countertop. So I made this to put just these special recipes that you make very often that you want to reach for all the time, like those banana pancakes, that bolognese, anything, whatever you make quite often, that's what goes into this on your countertop in a really pretty place, or on your, your kitchen might have a little, like my kitchen has a little space for a little desk. That's where you'll put these amazing, especially recipes that like you've created, like my oatmeal raisin chocolate chip cookies goes in here. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any content, and stay crafty, my friends. It is so cute. I mean, the comparison, like I swear, it is so huge. Yeah, okay. I have to go cook now. Maybe I'll use one of these recipes. Bye.